Yeah, I just finished watching this. This isn't really going to spoil anything, but I'd thoroughly recommend going and watching it. So I want to talk about the motivations of the characters and the agency they have. James, he's a self-professed psychopath, and he's looking for a new target. Alyssa, who is a rebel and she's desperate to leave her life behind. Their needs and wants are very clear and they're made very simple, and they both have just a clear outlined motive. The show generally has quite an absurd, frank feel, so it's quite fitting that the two characters have these motives that are so unnaturally clearly defined. They're in a world where that sort of motive can be clearly expressed. The most impressive thing about the show is that the two lead characters have an incredible sense of agency. They do things. There are so many TV shows out there where characters are reactive, where things happen to them. They're just really they're rubbish to watch because we might sympathise with their situation, but they're not doing anything about their situation to better themselves, whereas the characters in End of the Fucking World receive their motive. There isn't something that happens to them, but they go out and make things happen, which is huge and doesn't really get that in other shows that often. So to see characters take control of their fate and go out and do their own thing and put themselves on their own path, for better or worse, is because if a character takes control of their situation, then they can make mistakes, then they can do good, they can do bad, but they're causing things to happen. So not only are you able to sympathise with their motive, you're able to sympathise with their action. Their action doesn't need explanation because their motive is so clearly defined. What particularly struck me is that they're grounded by their interactions with more real human beings, and seeing the ways that they interact with some of these more real people is a real highlight of the show, and that's really something that you should go and watch it for. While the emotions and the character journeys that the protagonists go under are relatable, the actions that they take aren't relatable, and the motives and the feelings and the situations that they're in aren't necessarily relatable because of how absurd things feel. The situations themselves are realistic enough, but it's the clear-cut motive that they have and the single-mindedness of the main characters that makes them unrealistic. That's not a bad thing, it makes for a fantastic story. It reflects on us as people, as characters of our own stories. We don't always have that clear-cut motive and agency in what we do. Maybe we should try and be like that. Then maybe the show might not be as absurd as it seems. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like, I guess, subscribe, whatever. I'm doing a video like this every week, I think. I sort of thought it might be a cool idea to try it. Next week is going to be the big reason why I don't have hair. Cool.